China joins Iran in fighting against the United States. The Chinese satellite had exposed every single United States military asset in the Middle East to Iran. Now, 40,000 troops are now at risk of precision strikes from Iran. This was confirmed by Mark Rubio. China cannot afford to lose Iran. Neither can Russia afford to lose Iran. After the Venezuelan saga, they cannot afford to lose Iran. The Chinese technology had basically humiliated the United States, exposing up to 40,000 troops and all of the United States Patriot air defense system and military bases around the Middle East is now under the hand of Iran. United States asset in the Middle East is now like an open playbook for Iran. They can pick where they want to hit, whenever they want to hit it, when they feel like doing so. And the rapid buildup of military asset around Iran. The United States is planning to use the Venezuelan-style playbook, but the satellite images showed all the military bases in the Middle East with rapid military and equipment increase in the last few days. China government said it will be difficult for Washington to replicate the Venezuelan model in Iran. It will never work. Iran is not Venezuela. Now, this is the funny thing. The United States is planning to attack Iran. From all the intel and intelligence and image that was gathered by China, United States is planning to attack Iran, right? At the same time, they are preparing to take heat from Iran. So they are planning for attack and also defense. But unfortunately, that plan had been jeopardized because China had exposed every single thing to Iran. Iran knows exactly what to hit and what not to hit. China has been tracking the United States since the beginning of January without the United States knowing. They've been tracking the movement of the United States military asset around the sea. If you recall, there was one time when they said Chinese ship was in the Gulf Strait and it was just circling around for weeks upon weeks. They were gathering intelligence. Now the satellite image had exposed everything. Iran now knows and very confident of where to attack and where to strike without even worrying. More Patriot system locations were also spotted in the Ali Al-Salam base in Kuwait. On the 21st of January, image showed many F-15E Striker jet at Jordan Muwafaq Salti base in Jordan. In Bahrain, a handful of littoral ships and destroyers were also seen in the port. Finally, the Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier, the location had also been exposed by the satellite image to Iran, even though the Abraham Lincoln aircraft carriers deactivated its GPS. From everything gathered, it shows the United States were planning for just limited strike on Iran, well, unless Israel joins the fight, which is obviously going to be the case. Donald Trump said any strike on Iran will be far worse than the previous one. But we haven't seen any action from Donald Trump. He just put all the United States military assets at risk now because Iran knows where everything is. And even if they move location, China is still tracking them. The Chinese satellite is still tracking them. They are on the sea trying to use the playbook they use in Venezuela, looking for the weakest link inside Iran, someone to bribe, someone to compromise, maybe set off some uprising. They've been really successful in setting up the riot and the disruption and so on and so forth. Yesterday we heard a couple of explosions took place inside Iran, which is suspected to be sabotage operation. And we should expect many more like that to happen because, it is what it is. Iran, on the other hand, had warned that any attacks on its territory would trigger immediate response. So, ladies and gentlemen, I made some videos the other day and I told you the Chinese plane, jumbo jet, the military jumbo jet were landing back to back, about 16 of them. People laugh. China cannot afford to lose Iran. Neither is Russia. So everything is on the table to play for. Now, don't forget, Venezuela did not show any form of resistance. If Venezuela had showed a form of resistance, believe me, China and Russia and every other country would have stepped in to support Venezuela. Venezuela had all the weapons, but they decided to sell out. But in the case of Iran, it will not be easy. But what do you think?